Hi, welcome to another Jen Stampin' for Fun Watch It Wednesday video. Today I want to show you how to make this very cute gum holder. I don't know if you can see, but there's gum, and when you pull this cord at the end, you just get this fun waterfall effect. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how I did it. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Gloria Acton, who is the one, just a lovely lady that I met who showed me her gum holder and shared how she did it. So she said it would be okay if I did a video to share it with you. So thanks, Gloria. Let me show you. I started with just a regular piece of gum, a package of gum that I just got at the corner store. And I like the fact that there's like a little notch at the back. So that's going to be helpful for us later. And I just used a piece of basic black cardstock. And for the size of gum I'm using, this is 7 inches by 4 inches. And we're just going to make a wrap out of it. Okay, so we will just put that down. And so I didn't score it or anything. I just kind of put the gum in the center and just wrap the basic black cardstock around it. Kind of snug, but not too snug, but not too loose. Okay, and then I unfolded it, and I'm using our tear and tape adhesive. So I'm just going to tear off a piece of that, and I am going to apply it to one side of the wrap. Okay, so I do want you to notice that I'm putting the adhesive on the cardstock, not on the gum. And the reason why is I just want the wrap to wrap around the gum. I don't want it to actually stick to the gum, because that way when the gum is finished, you can actually insert another package of gum, and this very fun gum holder can continue to live on. It's not limited to just one package of gum. Okay, so I have gone ahead and wrapped that. The next thing that I am going to do is to take this belly band, also in basic black, and this belly band is 1/2 inch by 7 inches. So I'm going to wrap it around. I'm probably leaving maybe about 1/2 inch at the bottom. And again, I'll just wrap it around and we'll stick it. We could probably just use snail or something like that. Just going to stick the band together, and just so that it wraps around. Now I do want you to notice that I did not apply any adhesive on the front here. I'll just show you. We want that part to have no adhesive so that this piece, which will be the waterfall piece, will actually slide through. Okay, so just a clue, no glue on this part here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to put that aside for now. The next thing I'm going to do is take the piece that I'll call our waterfall piece, because this is the part that I'll be moving. And this is 2 inches by 7.5 inches. 2 inches by 7.5 inches. And we are going to score it. I'm going to use the Stampin' Up! Simply Scored tool. I'll move that aside. Hopefully you can see there. I'm going to score it at 4 inches, 4.5 inches, 5 inches, and 5.5. So I just slip this in so that it's right in the corner, and I'm going to score 4 inches, 4.5, 5, 5.5. So basically every 1/2 inch. And then what you end up with is the 4 score lines there. And I'm going to do like mountain folds, okay, on each of the score lines. So they're all going in the same direction. They are all mountain folds. Let me see if I hold it this way. Can you kind of see the 4 score lines? Let's see. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there you go. So they're all mountain folds, and you've got this piece here that's kind of like a back flap. It's a longer piece that has no score lines, and then there's like a short piece at the front, and then you've got all the score lines. So what we're going to do is this back piece is going to slip behind the belly band. Okay, and what I did is when I wrapped the gum, I put the seam in the front because I figured the belly band would hide that seam of the wrap. So this part is going to stay loose, but we are going to need to glue this portion down. And so I'll do that using our tear and tape adhesive. Again, So easy, we'll just tear a piece off. And I'm going to apply it right here on the inside portion of this red piece. Okay, I'll hold it up there. Okay, and then I find it helpful to press on this waxy part of the tear and tape. It just helps the backing to come off a little easier. Let me hold it up. So now I've got the tear and tape here, and I am going to adhere it to the kind of skinny belly band here. Okay, hopefully that'll do the job. If it's not perfect, it's okay. I always say it's handmade, so. And the reason why I use tear and tape is because it is quite a sticky adhesive, so it should stay put. Okay, so now we've got this part, and this will be our waterfall portion with the flaps. Okay, so let's move on to the stamping, because that's basically the basics, the basic mechanics of how this fun gum holder will work. So now you can dress it up however you want. I am starting to think about Valentine's now that Christmas crafting is kind of over. So I thought I would stamp it up with a little bit of Valentine's theme. I'm just using these Whisper White squares that I've cut at 1.5 by 1.5. And I'm going to use our real red ink. And I'm going to use the little heart image from the Pictogram Punches stamp set. Okay, so I'll just tap it in the real red ink, but you could, I'm sure, dress this up however you want. If it was going to be a birthday theme, you could use birthday stamps. I'm thinking of Valentine's, and because these squares are small, I was looking for images that were not too gigantic. There we go. Maybe this one we can dress up a bit more with a few more hearts. There we go. And then I thought it would be fun to put some words on there. So I'm using the Crazy About You stamp set because there's so many different words to choose from. And I'll use the Memento Black. And I'm just going to stamp the words. Love you. There we go. And then we'll do the so much on here. Whoops, we can't get it upside down. And I think this would be a really fun gift to give someone, maybe colleagues at work or friends at school or anything like that, just as a little treat to brighten up someone's day. And it's just so fun. You just want to keep pulling that waterfall and making it move. So I'm just going to mat it on some basic black cardstock. I'll use our snail there. There, I think black and red and white are very traditional Valentine's colors, so how'd I do that? Love you so much. There we go. We'll mat it. And this will be our little finale at the end of the waterfall. Just extra hugs, extra hearts. Okay, and then what we're going to do now is layer them onto our waterfall piece. So it will be 1, 2, hang on, I'll just show you, 3, and then the last one will be on the final piece. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how it looks here on the finished one. You pull it, and this last one is kind of on this final flap under the last score line. Okay, so it might be easier to try to go in the reverse order. Let's try it and see. We did this as a club project at the beginning of the month. So I think when I had originally done it, I had started at the top and gone down, but someone pointed out to me they found it easier to go in the other direction. So what you're going to do for the other flaps, you are not going to glue the whole thing down. You're just going to apply adhesive on these little sections, I would say. So we could use the tear and tape again because there's movement. It might be easier to use that. So let's give that a try. And the great thing about the tear and tape is you just tear it. So we'll stick it on. And then actually when I put that there, you can kind of see the different sections a little clearer, I think. You can kind of see the contrast there so you know exactly where I'm putting everything. Okay, so we'll just peel it off. Okay, let's peel that off. And remember, we're going in reverse order here. And we try to center it as best we can, but again, I'm not one to really panic if it doesn't look completely centered because it's handmade, and that's part of the charm, right? It's not a factory-made thing. It's handmade with love. Okay, so we'll peel the last piece off, and we'll put that on top. There we go. Okay, so now we've got that on. See, isn't that fun? So the last kind of part that we need to do is we need to put the cord on. And so what you need to remember is there's going to be a hole in this red piece, and there's going to be a hole in this gum wrapper that goes right through. You are not going to put a hole in the black wraparound because otherwise the gum won't come out. I learned that from experience. So what you're going to do, I was using the, no, not the stylus, sorry. We're going to use the paper piercing tool. It's very sharp on the end. And then I remember asking the lady I learned this from, Gloria, I said, is there some sort of trick? And she said, no, just patience. So what we're going to do is we're going to punch a hole here, and then we're going to punch a hole through the gum. Let me pull the gum out there, okay? And we're basically punching a hole right through the cellophane, through the plastic wrap, and I kind of wiggle this stylus a bit, wiggle the paper piercing tool a bit to try and make the hole a little bigger if I can. And I'm going to cut a piece of our silver cord. I found that this worked pretty well because it was a thicker kind of cord and it wasn't as flimsy as some of the fine ribbon that we have. Okay, so we'll use that, and we're just going to thread it through. So this is the part that takes patience. Definitely it takes some patience. And if the end gets frayed a bit like it does here, I just kind of snip it off and hope that a clean end will be easier to thread through the hole. Okay, I don't know, I'm trying to watch it and see if we can get it through that hole. And again, I hope I'll be able to get it through to show you. There we go, it's peeking through a bit. Okay, sorry, I kind of had to pull it closer to my face to see it. But there you go. There you can kind of see it. And we'll just stick that back in. So it's hidden there. Okay, and then I just tied a knot at the bottom. Just looped it around, tied a knot. Okay, and you can kind of trim the ends to make them look a little better. And there you have it, a really fun treat to give to somebody. Ta-da! And then when they're done, they can just kind of cut the cord, pop out the empty box, and slip in a new box, and you just have to do the cord part because this part will still stay intact. And then this gift can go on and on. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video today. I know it was a little longer, but I thought it was so fun I had to show you. If there's any supplies you need to make this fun treat, don't hesitate to contact me. You can always go to my website at www.genevieve.stampinup.net, and you can hit the shop button and see everything that's there. We've got a great clearance rack and things like that as well too. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.